Welcome to my stream. This is a test run to see if I have my settings for everything set up well. So it's going to be a little while just to even get going. So I gotta turn some lighting on here. Let's see my camera yet. Feedback. Which one's the thumb? That must be the thumb. Okay, I'm just, like I said, getting everything set up here. Putting on some gloves. Don't want to touch coins. Okay, turn on the camera. Okay, that should be recording. Change scenes. Queen wide. Yes. Everything's kind of skewed here because, yeah, I'm limited on space here and setup is not ideal. Okay, that must be on autofocus. Let's fix that. We don't need autofocus. Manual focus. Uh-oh, just changed it. Okay, there you are, country. So, how's my audio levels? Look like it's going higher now. I got it a little closer. I probably need to turn down the gain some, I'm gonna guess. Hopefully I'm not blowing you out of the water. Okay, so I have 3 scenes set up here. Both shows the camera and the scope. Wide shows from the DSLR, and then a scene just for the scope. I have no overlays, I ain't got nothing fancy set up here yet. Looks like I'm getting 1080p 60. that's good. Sounds good right there for me. Cool. Okay, well, let's start. Okay, I want to adjust my scope here. Okay, let's go to the scope. Adjust that. The thing is, my lighting just does not seem to be as bright. Before I had it set up where I was getting the scope image through, what's that video program, VLC, and capturing that window. But I don't know, I couldn't grab it from OBS from VLC, so I'm just directly grabbing it now from OBS, which limits me on the settings I can do. Okay, that's a pretty good level of zoom, but no more than what I'm going to be looking at. So this is a 2018D. Oh no, well, I lie. That's a 2019D. I grabbed a random penny just to put in the scope to get it set up. But once I do start opening rows, it'll be 2018Ds. And right there on the ear, I need something to point with. Let me grab a pointer. What can I point with? What would be good? Yeah, this ain't the best thing. It's a piece of metal, but be careful, hopefully. Yeah, this is too big, but right at the bottom of the ear there, yeah, this is way too big to point with. Oh, I got way above it. The ear would be doubled if I get lucky. Yeah, I noticed it's a little dark. I had it set up better before through VLC. Like I said, I was having trouble getting it to do it, to capture the scope through VLC, so now I'm directly capturing it through OBS, and I didn't see much things I can change. I don't think you can edit these once you're streaming. No, you can't. I didn't think so. Okay, anyway, though, let's just see how this goes. I should have had somewhere to put the coins once I search them. Let me grab a microfiber cloth. Guess we can put them on this for now. Alright, that gives me something to put them on. Okay, so the idea here is you can see me opening the rows and then put them under the scope. And I was hoping to have this overlapping. It's not quite overlapping. Let me see if I can change this a little bit. Yeah, it's close enough. And you can see what I'm actually opening and putting under the scope. Oh good. Whole roll of what I call shinies. Uncirculated, aka brilliant uncirculated coins. Okay, well, I'm only looking for one main variety. I should be able to zoom through these pretty quick. Okay, yep, that's 2018D. It's centered on the ear, and then switch scenes to this one. And that looks good. Wish I could find a better pointer. Alright, how about a paper clip? Definitely would not recommend taking point coins with a piece of metal, but it's the only thing I've got handy. But right above where I'm pointing would be where it would be doubled, if I was to get lucky and find one. Okay, it's moving along. Okay, this is where a stream deck would come in handy, to be able to just push a button and quickly switch scenes instead of having to keep clicking the mouse. Okay, it's another 18D. They should all be 18Ds. And I'm not seeing nothing on that one either. Okay, so contrast now. Older coins that are BU can still show tarnish. Yeah, I mean, you can find brilliant uncirculated coins going back hundreds of years, and as they get older, getting exposed to different environmental conditions, um, usually it's what's called tarnish, or not tarnish, toning, and it can look good or it can look really ugly depending on the colors and stuff. Like, I don't know, you probably don't know this country. Let me zoom out real quick. I'll show you something. Okay, let's switch to the scope. Focus. Wow, that lighting is just not very good. So that's what you call a full red BU. And if it's got like partially brown, they call it a red brown. Just want to grab a random coin. And well, I thought that was browner than it is. That's more bright red brown, maybe. Okay, a coin like this is, once it's oxidized, well, that's a 68 dimber, so that's back when they were pure copper. That's totally brown. It has no red left in it. You can imagine something that's in between the full BU and red, where it's like red but got some brown. That'd be a red brown. And this would probably be a brown. It ain't really got much red left in it at all. But that's how the three different classifications for the color, as far as if you get a coin graded. And I only really give those to MS 60 and above. If it's an AU or lower, I don't think they ever or rarely mention color, just for uncirculated coins. Oh yeah, I gotta adjust my scope again. I do have another light I could turn on the scope, but that's why I bought these lights, to try to avoid that. Yeah, that gives me the glare then. That's all the way up. That's no better. Nah, we'll just leave that off. Okay, next. And this isn't ideal. I want you to be able to totally see me taking a coin and putting it in the scope, but good enough. So my 1890 Morgan is turning a blackish gray color, so that's pure silver. I'm assuming it is silver oxide tarnish. My 23S and 24S peace dollars are the same in varying degrees. All coins, like especially like copper, um, yeah, and silver too. You see it most often on copper. You can take a brand new penny and touch it with your fingerprint, set it aside for a few months, come back and look at it. You will see where the chemicals in your sweat will oxidize the metal. Even though it might make your coin look ugly, you don't want to clean it, as Robert told you. So I'm going way too slow. I need to move here. So that's not an error either. I need a quicker way to switch scenes. I'd actually planned to put something on here so I wasn't rubbing a coin around on this metal plate. You know what? I'm just going to keep this. I tend to just keep it on this view, but then I end up finding a double die and I get accused of cheating. Somebody be like, you didn't find that in a roll or something. Alright, that's nothing. So I'm putting all the coins I've searched over here. You still can't really quite see them. Now you see them. Denver. So even at that angle or that zoom level with both showing, you could easily tell if it was a double die, which it's not. Yeah, this ain't good rubbing these coins across this metal plate. I need to put a mouse pad on it. I'm thinking some kind of rubber. D coin scope, and still not a double die. Okay, I see one of the problems with my lighting here. Let me try to adjust this. Might make it a little better. There we go. That looks better. Quite a bit brighter. Can you keep the scope bigger and do the wide view smaller so you can keep both up? Yeah. I don't know. Can I change the scenes? You know, OBS has changed. Yeah. Well, Robert sent me, I think I bought a mouse pad from him, and he sent me a free one. When I say Robert, you know, Robert and CoinOp channel, to help kickstart my new channel. And I was thinking about maybe running one of them and cutting it and making it fit to the size of this base. I don't know. I can make you see it. Nah. Looks like a rectangular base that the scope sets on. And then you'd see the CoinOp. I kind of help advertise his channel a little bit. Not trying to say I'm associated with him or anything like that, but since I am buying most of my rows from him. Although these rows I bought at a local store for face value, because I can still get 2018 Ds locally. So these did not come from Robert, just to be clear. But yeah, OBS recently updated in the last time I streamed, and everything's a little different here. CloudBot. I don't even know where the scenes are now. Studio mode. Log out. I don't even see where you can get to studio. What's that do? Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Okay. Okay, it should be changing now. Yeah, I think we'll just stay on this view, and then I ain't got to do that back and forth. I can do this a heck of a lot quicker. I could even make this a little bit bigger. How about like that? That's enough to see what I'm doing, but still stay zoomed in on the scope pretty good, hey? I ain't really been looking at these coins except for the ears. I should probably zoom in a little bit more. How's that? Let's see how much this coin scope will zoom in. Watch this. This thing will go way in. Might not have enough lighting to go as far as it'll go, though. Now you can see the metal flow lines from when it was struck when you get in like that. But when you're looking at for double dies, that's what you want. I think I might have to buy a couple more lights. Let me try adjusting this other light downwards a little bit. See if that helps. Probably ain't gonna make much of a difference. Yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, this scope actually go even closer than that, but I don't have sufficient lighting to get it any closer, really. D. Ear looks good. Next. Where did date go? There it is, 2018 D. Come on, give me a doubled ear. There's the ear. No. Yeah, I definitely got to put something on here. Rubbing it across this one time probably ain't gonna hurt it much, but still damage at a very slight amount, but it adds up. If I could change this light down a little bit. Well, it's perfect where I had something. What is that? That scratches? Yeah, it scratches. Mainly on this 2018 Denvers, we're just looking for that ear. I can turn that back down. How about like that? I'll leave it like that for a second, see if that's what you meant. And I will go through this row some other time and look them over better with a 10x loop. Uh-oh, move my lighting. I can mess with this lighting too and move it around. But I have to leave myself room to work here too. I'm very cramped on space here. It's not the ideal setup by far. Yeah, I could zoom it out. I'm trying to get it in close enough though if the ear's doubled so it's really obvious. I mean, odds are I probably won't even find one, but yeah, I can zoom it out, and if I do see one, zoom it in to show it better. Okay, how about there? You think that's better? That's an 18 Denver. Yeah, this whole row should be 18s. But anytime now, I should start getting 19 Denvers. What's that on his head? The back of his head. Some water or something get on that? Let me see. Does that wipe off? Huh. I don't know if that's a design element or maybe a die chip. I'll look that one closer later. I mean, it's really minor if it is a die chip. I'm going to put that aside over this way. So if dies get chips, then it leaves raised areas on the coins, like one of the very popular, would it be a variety or error? I think it'd be an error. On Liberty, between the B and E, you get a die chip there, and it's what's called a bi error, because it looks like there's an extra I in between the B and E of Liberty. So yeah, it gets die chip, and then you get that raised area. And that's nothing. Okay, let's look this one. Okay, this one doesn't have that, so I think it was maybe a die chip. What's also possible is the coins getting struck, little fragments of metal can end up in there and get struck into a coin. And coins get struck through all kinds of stuff. Anything you can imagine go wrong does. That rim kind of looks funny. What the hell's going on with that rim? The raised area. Anyway, whatever it is, it's pretty minor. And there's no double ear. So as I go to move the coin from the PAL and drop it onto the scope, you can probably hear the sound of it hitting. Okay. The rim on that one doesn't look like that at all. The bugs me every time I hear that coin dragging across that metal. Next time I will definitely do something to improvise so I'm not rubbing this coin across this anymore. Ugh, yeah. It just grates on my nerves because I know it's bad. But I picked a cheap row for my first one just to get stuff set up. Nothing valuable here. Something I paid 50 cents for. Good thing, because yeah, it'd really be annoying me if I had a $20, $30 row here. I was sitting here dragging across this. That would really... Well, I've got a hot glue gun. I was thinking I would take, like I said, cut up that coin op mouse pad, hot glue it on here, trim it to fit with a razor blade or a knife or something. Well, look at that D. Let me look at another one. That D looks really weird. There can't be no RPMs anymore because it's the mint market's punch into the master dies. Okay, that's what a D should look like. Okay, let me move that one out of the way and move this one back. Movie recording has been stopped automatically. Okay, so I just reached my 30-minute limit. Okay, give me a second. Here, I'll leave that under there. I gotta restart the camera because every 30 minutes it's gonna shut off. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we got camera again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's probably just what they call PMD, post-mint damage. Oh, yeah, let's zoom in and look at that. That's interesting anyway. Okay, put that coin back. That's one I wanted to look at later. Okay, let's try to center it. So when I zoom in, it's going to be in the field of view. Well, I mean, these coins bang together, coming out of the mint press as they go in a big hopper. Then it gets put in like a, I think I've seen it when they mix up the mint, it goes in like this huge bag. It's, I can't even hardly move, it's little enough. Like a big canvas bag or something that's got, God, who knows how many pennies in it. And then I think from there they end up at a company like Loomis or like these rows or NS String, which will make these OBW rows that go to Federal Reserve banks, which then distribute to your local banks. So I mean, they get handled a bunch of times. That's why it's so hard to find a perfect coin, especially in the modern day. Yeah, I mean, you know, it could have been the die was maybe filled with a little bit of grease, but whatever it is, it's pretty minor. I'm not seeing anything that looks like damage per se, though. Try zooming in some more. Went the wrong way. I think I went in too far almost. Yeah, I did. Well, I had it. Let me back it off a little bit so I got room to focus. It's me touching the scope, being focused, and I let go and then it moves. Yeah, everything's not tight. It's so hard to move it so little. Yeah, from like 3 o'clock down to like 5 or almost 6 o'clock at the bottom along that right side. Looks like it's missing a lot of the thickness. I can see the metal flow lines going diagonally across the whole thing. There's no scratches or anything. It looks like any kind of damage, so yeah, maybe the die was wearing out or something was stuck in it, but usually it's pretty easy to tell a grease-filled die. I think that's about where I had it before, more or less. It might be the lighting, but along the right edge, the raised rim, it kind of looks black, dark right there. Let me look at it with a loop. Yeah, and looking at the 10x loop, I can't even really see this stuff. Yeah, I might just be over zoomed in looking at stuff that's, yeah, a little bit too zoomed in, I think. Okay, I don't look like it's well focused either. That's pretty good. Well, I'm already over a half hour and I ain't halfway done with this row. I need to move my butt. It's taking way too long. 18D. No ear. Piece of fiber or something on there, it looks like. Well, you see the metal flow lines off to the outside of that date and mint mark. I think that's what that is. Sit over there too. About halfway across Liberty. There might be some double dies in other places on this coin too. I forgot to look it up. The flow lines are not bent, so that makes me think it was struck like it. It's not die scratches, because those give you raised areas. Is a loop or a high strength magnifying glass better for a beginner? Well, you want a 10x loop. That's what I was telling you. Robert sells some pretty nice ones. I bought one from him. I think it's like $6-7. Don't quote me. I might have the price wrong. This outside part here I'm touching is metal, and then it's got plastic, and then plastic around the glass, and it actually has a real glass lens. It's 10x. Let me go to the other view and I can show you better. Go to the wide view. There you go. You can even see me magnifying the E on that OBW row. I don't know if we got it focused or what, but yeah, this is what you want. A good 10x loop. Sometimes you need 10x to be able to see some of these very minor double dies. But they say if you need anything higher than 10x to see most errors, it's probably so minor, insignificant, it's not worth anything anyway. So I think 10x is what I've heard other people say is about the ideal place you want to be at with magnification. Yeah, my eyes ain't good either. Things I'm looking for now, I didn't used to even need a loop to see it. I used to be able to see, well, what I thought was double dies back in the day, now that I know more, was probably machine doubling most of the time. And that's nothing. I think his are 7. Whenever you order something, that'd be the best time to get it and add it to your order, since you don't want to pay shipping just for a loop. Buy something else and add it to it would make a lot more sense. I mean, you can find them on eBay. I have a cheap one I bought, but this one from Robert is much better than the one I got off of eBay. So I think the one I got off eBay was a plastic, where this is an actual glass element. Well, I am so slow. I gotta get a lot quicker at this. And I'm talking. I guess I'm not that good at multitasking. Did you ever subscribe to my coin channel? If I got any other people in here, I was hoping to put the link in here and start trying to direct people to my actual coin channel. I figured I'd do it here first, since a lot of them subscribe to this channel, and then try to direct them to my coin channel. I don't think nobody else is here. I see 3 viewers: me, Country, and Nightbot. I'm gonna guess. It could be a lurker though. Okay, I'm about 2/3 done with this row. Okay, hold on a second. Put another one under there. See if I can pull up the channel and get a link for it and put in here. Oh, yeah, I'll worry about it later. I can actually add it to the description of the video later and put a comment and pin the comment. That's even better, actually, I think. I wonder how hard it is to find these double dials on these 18 Denvers. I think I'd only heard one person found it that I've heard, but that doesn't mean that's the only one that's been found. I really haven't been keeping up with it. Since I heard about it, I've just been buying up all the rows I can get while they're still available. Since I'm getting getting all the ones locally at face value. They end up being rare, then I figured get all the rows I can while I can. Denver, yeah. Alright, I think I'm down to about a little bit less than 10 without counting. So I'm going to watch for a second, see what it looks like on the stream, the frame rate for the scope. Actually, the frame rate looks really good. I've seen some people when they move their coins under the scope, it skips, drops lots of frames, and it's just like really jittery. Seems like my setup's going pretty good here. Not saying, seems pretty smooth to me. So the audio level's good, not too high, not too low. Pretty much I think I kept it what it was before, except for I turned the gain down a little bit because I think I got it a little bit closer this time. Okay, I got about 5 left here. Yep, 5 left. Cool. There's hopefully no flies fart from 100 yards away. Merlin laying down sleeping behind me in the recliner. The bottom right, like between like 5 and 6 o'clock on the 0 in 2008, it kind of looks funny. I don't know, it might just be the way the light's hitting it. I'm gonna look at that real quick. Yeah, whatever it is, it's really minor. Oh well. Look at it later with the loop. Probably won't be able to see it with that. Yes, audio. You're really good. What's up, dude? I'm into coin collecting, so I've got a coin channel, but I figured I'd do it a time or two on this channel. I'm actually going through what's called OBW rolls, original bank draft rolls, like you get from a bank. It's a roll of 2018 Denver pennies. Excuse me. And I'm looking at them under the scope. It's right over here to the left. Looking for a variety called double dies. For 2018 Denver, there's a variety where this ear can be doubled, and if I found it, it's worth money. No idea how much because I haven't really heard yet. I've just been buying up these rolls like crazy once I heard about the variety since I'm close to Denver. So yeah, see it's a 2018 Denver. That's what the D stands for if you don't know. That's Lincoln's face and there's his ear. How good my focus is. Yeah, it's not bad. Alright, last penny left. So far no double die. Oh, this is the ender, so when they do the rows, they spin them tight, shut tight on the end. A lot of times the end coin gets damaged, so you can see these spin marks all the way around. Watch this be the double die, and it'd be pretty much worthless if it was. No, it's not. I ain't seen you in a while, Audio. How you been doing, man? And that's the damage one. I was thinking about doing another row or two, but yeah, that took way long. I think for the first stream, that's sufficient. Yeah, Audio, I have a lot of different hobbies besides gaming. Coin collecting, I've been studying electronics. Playing Apex, yep. So this coin stream just to see if I had everything kind of set up right. I just got a new Yeti Pro mic, and Country's helping me make sure I get the levels right, so I'm not blowing anybody away, or that you can hear me, all that kind of good stuff. Those gloves will make your hands sweaty. Yeah, I mean things should get faster, at least some. I try not to talk so much and concentrate more on what I'm doing. Hi, Dylan B04. What's going on? Sounds like you're a gamer, which, yeah, I usually game on my channel, but this is a test run for the coin roll hunting. It's going to mainly be on my other channel, probably. How you doing tonight, Dylan? Oh, it's going to be loud. Sorry. If you're looking through circulated coins, I've already tarnished. It really doesn't matter. But for BU uncirculated coins, yeah, you definitely don't want to be putting your fingers all over them. You know, a lot of times though, like I'll pick up the one that's damaged here. If you're handling by the edge like that, I mean, it's not as good as wearing a glove, but as long as you're not touching the front or back, that's good. But if you do this, which this coin's damaged anyway, it doesn't matter. A few months from now, you will see those fingerprints corroding away. But that was an ender, so yeah, it was all scratched up anyway, so whatever. It's crap. Um, BO3 wasn't my thing. Um, I like the game mechanics, how it plays and everything, except for the double jumping, jump packing, wall running. I'm old. I have a hard time hitting, killing people on the ground when they're flying all around through the air like Batman or Superman. It's just too much for me. So I did a lot better when World War II came out, and I don't know about BO4. I don't know if I'd say that. I think World War II is my best COD. I had BO3, but I just don't play it. It wasn't my thing. At BO3, World War II, BO4, and then I guess I'll probably get Modern Warfare when it comes out. Country, you talking about the gloves. Let me see. Let me grab the pack. I'll show you what I bought. Your normal latex gloves, a lot of times those have powder on them, and I don't think that would probably be good for the coins. So I bought these. I don't know how well you can see it. Nitro disposable gloves, great value, which is a Walmart brand, latex free, puncture resistant, and powder free. So I figure with these nitro gloves without the powder, still keeps your fingers from touching the coins, but you don't have the powder to get all over the coins, which probably wouldn't be a good thing. I'm assuming that might be halfway focused. I don't know. I can't tell. This was like a few bucks or so, whatever. I don't know. It wasn't very much from Wally World. Well, that looks a lot better. Okay, so that's basically the same thing I got then. Nitro gloves. Yeah. Unless I learn something better, different, that's what I would suggest. And some people have latex allergies too. Well, you got plenty of them, then you're set for a while. I bought a box that's 10 gloves, so I guess that's 5 pair, I'm assuming. Focus just doesn't look real good, not that it matters, but I could change these to, okay, that's balance, kind of like daylight. Okay, that's warm white. Audio, I buy a lot of comics signed by Stan Lee. Yeah, he passed away, which is sad. I have a few comic books, but not much. No, I did just buy an autograph. It wasn't actually a comic book per se. It's more a book. But I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Poppy. This weird teenage girl that's musician, does all these weird videos on YouTube, and I don't know, she's kind of strange, but I don't know how many subscribers she's got, but she's really popular. She hides her subs. I know it's over 10 million. Thought, yeah, I just bought it as an investment. So that's warm white. Let's try. No, wait, that's cool white. Let's try warm white. Oh, that really makes it look red. Yeah, that's too red. Okay. If you have seizures from flashing lights, look away a second for me to cycle through these light cycles. It has a flashing mode, and it's hard to avoid. There we go. One more time. Oh, it only flashed once or twice. I use them daily. I have a very strong ointment for. Okay. Is the camera still on? Yeah. The camera's gonna be shutting off any time. I wish I could play music on here and not get copyrighted. I don't know what actually I could play. That one channel has a non-copyrighted songs on YouTube. NCS or something. No Copyright Sounds, I think is its name. Try playing some music. Just for the hell of it. Let's see this. Excuse me. And there went the camera. I heard the. Yep, I just heard the winds or the shutter. No, mirror. The mirror just locked back down. Couldn't think of the right word. Yeah, the mirror. You know what this song is? I'm just gonna click on something. Cast this to my Chromecast, which will go to my surround sound. Uh-oh. Is this TV not switching? I think the Chromecast maybe came unplugged. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties, I think. Something come unplugged? No, it's plugged in. That's weird. Okay, there it is. Usually I hit Chromecast, it automatically switches. Is this probably should delete a couple of those videos or memory card's gonna get full. Kind of glitching. Oh, it's not video mode or something. Since this is hooked up to my computer, I can only see the on-screen display from the camera on the stream. Since it's being put out to here, let me delete the video. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna delete that one. Delete, erase, yes. Delete, erase, yes. See some pictures of Sassy. Got so many pictures of her. Go the other way. Because when I first got her, she's a kitten. Of course, these are raw images on the camera, which are not edited. Look a lot better when I take them in the Lightroom and adjust the sharpness, the colors, and all that good stuff. There's Merlin. This will shut off in a minute if I don't start recording. No, that's not even my cat there. These pictures are old. That's one of Sassy's brothers, I think. Yeah, it was her brother. Well, all these pictures won't be good. Wasn't focused or not good composition or something. I think that's one I used. Kittens are hard to photograph. They're constantly moving. I end up coming across something here I probably don't want to show. This might be a bad idea. Music's buffering. That sucks. Yeah, it's my newest kitten audio. Sassy. So these are just all the pictures I took. So they haven't been culled for the good ones. It's not bad, but yeah, the eyes ain't quite focused. You know, to take very close-up, detailed pictures with your camera, you're gonna need at least a couple, if not a few things. You have a DSLR country? I'm assuming you do. Well, that's just buffering. I don't know why. Something different. Where did I put it? I was going to show you, but I ain't streaming video. But you need a macro lens. definitely got to have a tripod. Tripod's a necessity. Macro lens, there's ways around it, but you get the best results if you have a macro. A lot of lenses you have to be careful, they will label themselves as macros. Just because it says macro on it, it's not necessarily a macro unless it's a true one-to-one macro. Yeah, you want a tripod, a macro lens, and then micro rails. Macro rails you probably get away without two. Let's turn this camera back on and show you some of this stuff. Go there and screw around. Oh, why am I not getting video? Because I'm not on that scene. Now I can show you some of the stuff I'm talking about. This is my Tamron macro lens. I don't know if you can see, it says 055 Di2 Tamron SP 60mm f2 macro. This is a true macro lens. And where did I put my macro rails? Micro rails. Bet I left them in the bedroom. Can I climb through here? No. Oh, there it is on the floor. And this micro rails attaches to your tripod. This part attaches to your tripod, and you want to have it like a vertical orientation. Well, this is backlit, so it's not going to be. There we go. So the back's back here. Put your camera here. And then you got adjustments side to side and up and down, where you can adjust the camera in very small sub-millimeter increments. I got this used, really cheap in the camera shop. It's all metal besides the plastic knobs. In the back it's got another little adjustment to screw the camera on. But yeah, you kind of need macro rails to be able to get the camera in just the right focal length or right distance from whatever it is you're trying to shoot. Because with macro you have a very thin focus, and even just like a millimeter can throw it out of focus. So this helps a lot. And this is Velbon. I don't know, this is obviously pretty old. Oh, here we go. Velbon macro slider made in Japan. Unless you specifically went out and bought a macro lens, you probably don't have one. You might have some zoom lenses or prime lenses. That's a fixed focal length, not a zoom. Excuse me, that might say they're macro, but unless it also says 1-to-1, it probably isn't. You can take, there's one way you can take a zoom lens and flip it around. I know you got to buy some kind of an adapter, but then by using the lens the opposite way in what it's intended with that adapter, it makes it magnify and it makes it into like a macro lens. There's videos on YouTube that show you how to do it. I think when I bought this lens, this was about I think it's a $550 lens for this. I got it wrapped up now. It's about a $550 lens. I think I got it for like $450. Pretty nice one though. You get like 100mm, that's better because you don't have to be so close if you're trying to shoot like insects or something. You know, coins, I usually set up my tripod with it not extended all the way up, probably like just the first set of legs extended out, and put up a pile of boxes till I get about the right height. Try to find something with a white background, lay the coin on it, put my lighting around it, and then use the macro rails to move it up and down till I get it just in focus. I wish I had a better macro lens. Mine's pretty good, but definitely better out there, but they get to be pricey. Like anything. Not cheap. I think this music keeps buffering because I don't have enough bandwidth set for the tablet in my router settings. See if I can give this tablet some more bandwidth. Oh my god, yeah, this is horrible. Oh no, tablet has 37 megabytes to download. That's not it. Maybe the Chromecast don't have enough. Hope I don't interrupt any connections changing the settings. Shouldn't. Maybe that'll fix it better. Let's see if I can get around my tripod. Grab a coin or two out of the closet. Wow, that's glitchy. I forgot to set the video settings on the camera, so I might not have a good setting. This is the coin I put on Robert's Coin Up Facebook group, which is the same name, Coin Up. That's as high up as it goes. 95 PCGS MS68 red, that's what the RD stands for. Double die obverse. I can't show the whole thing at once. These are not. Hey, Sassy, leave that alone. Get off there. You're bumping the mic. Yeah, this country. This will show you what country. Sassy, quit. I'll show you what a double dial looks like. If that's noisy, sorry, my cat just walked across the wicker shelf that the Yeti's on. You should be able to start seeing it now. And I just lost focus when I moved my hand. I need to tighten something down. This is like next to the top grade. In MS69, I think I looked, was the top population. And this is an MS68. Let me try to mess with the light. So can you see it there? This is one of the more dramatic ones. I mean, there's even more dramatic, like the 72 and 55. You can see pretty clearly on, well, you see notching on the top of the I, the B, the E, the R, the T, and not so much on the Y, but I don't have the focus that good either. I'm struggling to get this focus good. And then the other place it shows on this coin a lot is In God We Trust. Yeah, it's pretty visible there. See there. Yeah, it's pretty dramatic on In God We Trust. And as you go across the letters, it becomes less so. So yeah, starting this W, it's a lot less pronounced. Time you get over the last T, I don't think you can really see it at all, or very, very little. I don't think it shows on the date. If it does, it's pretty minor. Yeah, I can't see it under the scope on the date. This is what an MS68 looks like. You don't really see any scratches or dings or anything. At least not much. At 10x you wouldn't really see anything. Of course, when you zoomed in like this, you see every little thing. There might be some things showing up that's actually on the plastic and not the coin. Because this is a slab, so it's sealed up. I think at B, E, and R shows it really good. That's probably my nicest coin. I put that on the coin op group. And then the other one first time I posted there, the other one I put, let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it easily. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. It's a multi-air coin I bought off eBay, and they had to get an expert to come in because the guy that was answering my questions really didn't, I don't want to say he didn't know much, but admittedly he said, errors was not his thing, let's put it that way. And he knew some, but brought in a guy that knew a lot. Let me zoom out, you can see the whole thing. I know this is what's called broad struck, where when the coin's struck, it's outside the collar that comes around the two dies that keeps the coin from squeezing out. If you don't have the collar in place, you get a broad strike. So I knew it was broad struck. It says this is the coin holder I got in. It's 99 Philadelphia dime. It's cent size because it's broad struck, so it's bigger. Anything else up there? No. Multi-struck, broad struck, reading hanging on the reverse. So I knew it was broad struck and I knew it had the right reading hanging. What I wasn't sure about was if it was actually multi-struck. I thought I could see signs of it, but I wasn't sure. Let me show you the reverse and then I'll zoom in. I don't know how well you can see it, but up the top, right up above states, that piece of reading is hanging down, but it's still attached. I'll get an angle. Go on angle and get the focus. See now,
normal I get connected to Wi-Fi.
Now you can see it. So my question to him was, how could you get the reading broke off like that and the other thing I show on the front without it being multi-struck? Am I still streaming? My Wi-Fi didn't mess up. Yeah. Let me zoom in. So you get the reading as part of the collar on dimes, quarters, halves. Pennies don't have it. Nickels don't have the reading. Those little lines all around the outside edge. But you have reading marks. My lighting. I need to turn these lights up. Wrong way. Yeah. So now you can kind of see it there between about 3 and 5 o'clock. You can see the reading on top of the rim of the coin. I figured the only way that could happen is if it was struck more than one time. I'll be show up on scope with the 10x loop. You can see where the letters are kind of stretched and stuff, but which could be from a broad strike, but if it's multi-struck, then you could get more than one impression too, which is what happened. I'll zoom in too much. It's just gonna be too much detail. Trying to tighten some stuff up. It's awfully loose. Well, I noticed you could see it a lot on the letters. It was down here, "In God We Trust," especially on the back. So this coin has like 3 different errors on it. I thought it'd be pretty valuable. I think I paid like $10-15 for it. Maybe 20, I forget. I thought it was worth a lot more than that being multi-struck, but yeah, he says the guy that was an expert that chimed in says they sell for about 25 bucks. That was a bit of a disappointment, but at least it's actually multi-struck like I suspected. Yeah, without me taking it out of this coin holder, the plastic's kind of messing with the lighting. It's pretty cool you got that hanging reed though. Oh yeah, I can show you those. There's your new W Mint Mark quarters. I found 2 of these. It's a 2019 with the dates on the back. But there's your W Mint Mark. That's what you want to look for. And this is the War in the Pacific. Yeah, War in the Pacific. 2019. I'm gonna guess these go for like 20-30 bucks a piece, somewhere in that ballpark. Unless you, when they first come out, if you get a first discovery, send in a PCGS right away. I think they give you about 2,000 if you can be the first one when a new series comes out. And if you get the first week, I think they designate it early discovery. Okay, so this won't quite zoom out enough, I don't think, to show a whole quarter. Almost. The new one came out, was it that thing in Texas? Something Mission. I forget. That's what you want to look for in your quarters. I'm going to have 2 of them. There's that one. And then there's that one. So, I got 2 of them. Some people have been buying boxes and, yeah, 30, 40 of them. Broad struck penny. 2001 Denver large broad strike. What does that say? Double struck? DSBS. So yeah, this is supposed to be a double struck too, according to the person I bought it from. Yeah, it's just the W Mint Mark that's, for now, worth a lot. Unless you happen to get lucky and get a top graded coin, that would be top population, but you're about as likely to hit the lottery as finding one of them. But these W's, you can definitely find them. Those 2 I got in Family Dollar. I should post pictures of this and put this on the coin op group, see if the guy agrees if this is double struck or not. See if I can take this out without touching it. There we go. I'm grabbing it by the edge. I'm not going to touch it. It says it's larger than a nickel. Let's get a nickel. Yep, I would say it's at least as big as a nickel. Yep, it is larger than a nickel. Now you ought to be able to see, but it's definitely sticking out a little bit wider than a nickel. Might be better to do it the other way, so the nickel the penny covers up the nickel, which it does. I can't show the whole thing because the scope won't go out no more. If I defocus it. Yeah, I know I told you about them a while ago, country. These error coins, I never find them in circulation. Only ones I've got, I've bought. This penny's really thin too for being broad struck. I think I remember looking at this, and I think it did look like it was double struck. I'd have to take some pictures of my macro lens and look at it if the loop good. And besides the 95 double die I showed at first, these ones I'm showing now are not particularly really valuable. You can get broad strikes pretty easy. If I could get those W's graded, I don't know if they're MS65 or better or not. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth it if it's not at least an MS65. They could be worth a little bit. But I'm not that good at grading, so I don't know if they'd pull a 65 grade or not. All depends on how many marks they have, how well struck they are, and variables like that. Even eye appeal. Like a coin can get a better grade if it's got like really pretty toning, for instance. Sassy, no, get down. Sassy, what are you doing? You're on the mic. Come on, you gotta get down. Normally I don't care if you get up here, but not now. Get down. Sorry about the rumble. Sassy jumped up on the wicker basket where the mic is. Squall, little kitty, big trouble. But yeah, I'm just sitting here just screwing around. Should probably just end this pretty soon here. I gotta put all this stuff away. I think I got probably more money in all these OBW rolls I've been buying than anything. I'm sure I do, actually. I have another graded coin in here. It's what is this broad struck dime I bought from what's the dude's name on eBay? Oh, these ain't that. Yes, it is subjective. Sometimes people feel like their coins are undergraded and will break them out of the slabs and then resubmit them. That's a 2001. This ain't an error. PCGS proof 69 red, so that's 1 point from being perfect. DCAM, that means deep cameo. So the cameo is that frostiness you see on the devices. I have no idea what I even paid for these. So this is 1 point from being a perfect coin. It's pretty nice being a high grade, and it's got the DCAM designation. But it's a proof coin, so most of your proof coins are handled special. They grade higher. Okay, it's an 87S PCGS proof 69 red, and that's a deep cameo as well. And then an 83S, same thing. Proof 83S PCGS proof 69 red DCAM. Yeah, it's got that mirror look. You see stuff reflecting off the fields. It is. It's like a mirror, these proofs. I thought I was grabbing something different, but no, that's the one that's got the proofs. I don't really have that many coins at slab though. Actually, I got a few I bought from Robert, the state quarter ones. He must have got them cheap and we selling them at a pretty good price, about $10 or something. I forget. Maybe it was even less than that. Maybe I think it's like $5 a coin. No, I mean you can have first strikes on a new die, like on a penny. You would have full steps until the details like that start wearing out on the die. No, your Philadelphia and Denver are business strikes. I don't know when they changed, but now all your coins made at San Francisco Mint that have the S are proof coins. They're specially made for collectors. They have highly polished dies. I'm pretty sure they use special planchets. I think they're struck under higher pressure. Special handled, I think I said that. But no, proofs are made especially for collectors. They generally come in a like proof set that you've seen on the coin stream where they're sealed, but people will break them out for like the deep cameos that get graded, because some of the older proof coins in cameo and deep cameo especially can be worth thousands of dollars. Well, a lot of your, I think, newer ones, it's not that uncommon to find cameos, but the old ones, not so much. Looks like the camera shut off again. I just leave it off. But now your cameos, and especially the deep cameos, are the first strikes on a new proof die. I think they like sandblast them or something, and that's where you get that raised frosted appearance. As they strike more and more coins, then you start losing the cameo effect. No, only San Francisco. But that's only in recent years. Prior to whenever they made the change, San Francisco actually made circulation coins. But I don't know all my dates when all these things changed. Now, I'm sure Robert or a lot of the other people on his channel could tell you real quick. No, Sassy. No. Don't jump on the computer desk. Yeah, I was thinking about just keeping the camera off. I don't see no point in turning it back on. I'm done with the coin stream. We're done with the coin roll hunting. Just sitting there bullshitting, you know. Yeah, this ain't particularly valuable, but the 72 Lincoln struck 60% OC off center. So you can see just enough of the date that you get a date. On your off centers, it's desirable to have a date so you know what year it is. If they don't show a date, they don't fetch as much money. And this looks like either red or red brown. Hard to tell in the plastic. Yeah, I'll take it out of the plastic. Yeah. I don't know, air's always interested me more than the varieties, but I'm starting to get more into the varieties. You can see where the coin die struck the planchet off center, how it kind of stretched it all out to that one side. I can't show it all at once, but pretty sure to do that it would have to be struck out of the collar. Oh no, I guess not necessarily. I'm not sure. That's a nice off center. I've got a few off centers. Why is it so dark? I guess because I've got it so far away. I'm gonna have to sit and mess around and see if I can get this scope working better. Sucks you can't change your settings. Your scene settings and things while you're streaming, but I guess I get it. Yeah, you look at something like that book that Robert was giving away. I'm sure it's got like multi-strikes, chain strikes, or you can have a coin that's like boom, 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 struck several times. It's all across. You might have a coin like here, another strike, another strike, another strike. And I've seen like mated pairs where this left off, it might be in another planchet in the die to the left where the rest of the design from Lincoln would be on the other one. You could tell the two coins go together, and those are really rare to find mated pair multi-strikes or off centers and stuff like that where they go together. You pretty much have to open up a bag or something and find them together. I don't think they'd end up in a row. Put that coin there. Pretty sure that wouldn't even fit in a row. Probably get kicked out. Yeah, I've got a lot more coins in this bag, but I'm not going to dig them out. I've seen coins with like retained staples that they were struck through, so it'd be called a strike through with a retained staple. What else is there? There's been coins struck on nails, and a lot of people suspect when you start getting this really weird stuff like that somebody at the mint made it on purpose and ended up being a backdoor coin that went out the back door. There's a lot of controversial coins out there that, yeah, well, some it's illegal to own, and some they're just controversial for how they probably came about. Like patterns and specimens that maybe shouldn't have got released. But that's stuff me and you will probably never see. Unless we get the lottery. Let's see if I can pull up the browser window. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Okay, I changed scenes. I've got to set up the browser. Hopefully it works. Yes, it did work. Good deal. So for your varieties, this is a really good website. DoubleDive.com. Like you can go Memorial Cents, make sure it's updating. Yeah. Oh, 72. Oh no, let me go back to the wheat cent first. I'll show you some of the famous double dies. 55, I don't remember if it's Philly or Denver. It's usually Philly. Yeah, there's a double die. Look at that. How something like that made it out. And you start talking about double dies like this, you don't even need a loop or a scope or anything to see that. I'd love to find a 55. You get one uncirculated, ooh-wee, worth a lot of money. Then you get into these pictures, it's showing you your die markers where, like, say a die ding happens. A ding's gonna leave a raised area, or even die scratches, like right here. Pretty sure those vertical lines, those are where they polished the die. So those are like unique fingerprints for that die pairing. Coins like this people are fake, so you want to know what you're looking at. Make sure it's got the right die markers. It's not a fake. I don't know if there's known 55s. It probably is, but if they ain't got the die markers, be leery. Something like this you don't even want to really buy graded anyway. If it's not in a slab, I wouldn't even think about it. Like all those lines there, those are definitely die polished marks. And usually that comes from the two dies striking together without a planchet in the middle, so you get design elements from the obverse on the reverse and reverse on the obverse, and then they will polish the dies to remove that stuff. It could be other things that happen to the die too, but I think it's usually from, that's called a clash die. You see it on the reverse too. Well, there was probably a die clash. This is stage B, I think it said. So you got different stages. You got stage A, you got stage B, and it might go up to D or E or something. I think I've got the 72 double die of verse number 3, and there's about, goes up to like stage D or F or something. I had to look through the die marker just to see what stage I had. At 72, there's a lot of varieties. And it's 55 DDO1, and then there's other ones too. There's 2. And that's not near as dramatic, and of course it ain't as valuable either. But there's quite a few for 55 and 3, but DDO1's what everybody wants. Oh, one of your biggest ones is 69S. This one's like really rare. I forget the population on this. I'm gonna guess it's, I don't know, 30 or less. If you find one of these, you got a lot of money, especially if it's in brilliant uncirculated condition. But this website, besides showing you I'm under double die listings right here. You can click on double dies and it explains to you. You can just read through all this website, like worthless doubling. This will tell you about machine doubling, die deterioration doubling. And there's another one. I forget the other one. This has your RPM listings, repunch mint marks, inverted mint mark listings, IMM, repunch date, over date listings. Some of these I don't even know what they mean. Transitional designs. It's a good website to learn. Read how dyes are made. You can learn a lot on this website. One thing you definitely want to read is the worthless doubling. Okay, mechanical doubling, dye-deterioration doubling, abrasion doubling. So what's another one? I think variety. There's about 3 or 4 good websites. Is it showing? Yeah. I think the other is like Variety Vista. Chuck Dockery, he has a channel. He has a website too. Ken Peavy, he's got a website. Yeah, this website looked like it was made in the early days of the internet, but it's informational. So, yeah, varietyvista.com. I forget what all. It lists double dyes, RPMs, different denominations. And I'm sure, I know there's some other websites, I can't think of them though. Chuck, I don't even know how to spell his name. Daughtry? Yeah, there it is, Chuck Daughtry, okay. It should bring me to his website, I forget the name of it. Well, I can't think of his website. I don't want to start typing stuff in the URL bar and start auto suggesting some things that's not so good. We don't want that on the stream. I could make you a list on email or Facebook it to you sometime. Copper coins, that's it, okay. This guy has live auctions every week too. No sassy. Probably start losing these lights. I have no idea how long these lights would last. I think I get about a few hours out of the one that's up above the laptop shining down. Double dye is probably the best one in my opinion, but yeah, Chuck Daughtry that runs his Copper Coins. I think that's his YouTube channel too, Copper Coins. He has auctions. Like on eBay. I bought a few things from him. He's very knowledgeable. I kind of like the way Robert does it. Chuck, he puts a timer up, like, I don't know, 2 minutes, and then it's kind of more like a traditional auction. When time runs out, whoever's the highest bidder wins it, where Robert, they sit there and let people keep bidding and bidding until everybody's done bidding. Then she says, once, twice sold, she, which is usually Cindelicious, that usually is the auctioneer, although it can be any of the moderators. Except for me, because I've never done it yet. Kind of nervous. There's a few websites though you can go and learn. Double Die is a great learning resource. Sassy, you're over here on my microphone again. You gotta get down. No. Sorry about the noise, but I gotta get the cat off the wicker shelf. Come on, Sassy. You gotta get down. Move. Oh, now I'll put you on top of my gloves and coins. Oh my gosh. You're trouble. I need to go in here and read how dies are made. Yeah, I'm not trying to put anybody down. I mean, copper coins is very reputable as well. I just like Robert's format better, and part of it, that's kind of what I'm used to. Although I have bought coins from him. One thing he does I like, it's kind of, well, it's kind of way overboard, is, I don't know if he does it for all of them. If I know if I buy the OBW rolls from him, he will take and shrink wrap them like you do your food, so they are sealed airtight. Which would be a good way to put them up if you want to put up some coin rolls for the next 10, 20, 30 years. But that's got to be a lot of trouble to do that, you know, shrink wrap them. But he has some nice coins and all. So this explains how coins are made. This working die and master hubs. You have working dies. And these are obviously pretty old pictures, black and white. That's a reverse die for Lincoln penny. You can buy dies occasionally, but when they sell them, they take like a grinder. They're supposed to grind all the details off, but sometimes you'll find dies that still show a little bit of the design elements, so you kind of know what it was from. But you really just won't find dies that have everything, because somebody could use it to counterfeit coins, obviously. Oh, yeah, all zoomed in. There. Yeah, this explains the whole coin process, and a lot of this is old, it's changed, but the basics are still true. That's like the big image they use. They use some kind of machine that like traces around and sizes it down to a smaller thing, and I forget. It's been a while since I read all this. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's taking the elements from the big and then etching it down to the small. Good learning resource, so. I got me a vacuum sealer. If I find anything special, I'm gonna vacuum them bees up. Okay, I'm trying. Yeah, I was telling Brittany, I want to try to keep my coin streams PG, which I'm not on my coin channel, but so I'm trying to keep that in mind so I don't say nothing. Because I know in them other coin channels, there's some kids that come in and they're, try to keep it family friendly, you know. That's why I figured it's better to have this on my coin channel separate from this channel. But I want to do it on this channel initially, try to scoot some people over to the other channel. I don't know if that's even going to work or not. I started this late tonight. Nobody showed up, of course, but you and audio, which nobody from the coin community besides you, though. That's okay. I figured it'd be a slow start. Takes time. Yeah, this channel definitely hasn't been PG up to now. I might even just delete this video, I don't know. I don't know how long this has been going on, quite a long time. 2 hours, 6 minutes on the mark. That's the right timer. Wow, I didn't plan on streaming nearly this long. Yeah, I should go ahead and just end this. I'm just sitting here rambling. Nobody's gonna watch a 2 hour coin stream. Wanted to do another one. Keep it at 30 minutes or less, maybe 20 minutes, and put the links and everything to the other channel. Somebody might actually watch a 20-30 minute one. 2 hours, yeah, nobody's gonna watch this, and I know it. Might work the first, whatever it took me to open that coin row, and that's probably gonna be it. So everything seems good though, the levels, everything. Yeah, 2 hours for a coin stream, this is ridiculous. For a coin roll hunting stream. Yeah, we're just bullshitting though. Well, I did not name that good. Let's try that again. I can't type. There we go. I was really wanting to do the music, but now D-Live, or that other website has went, I can say it, D-Lives went and changed their rules and stuff because everybody was streaming music and probably movies, and so yeah, they're cracking down, which I figured that would happen sooner or later. Oh, all my settings are really good. I guess I really didn't have to change anything in OBS. Let me look and see what the mic gain's set on. Yeah, it'll probably make noise trying to move it. I'll try to do it quietly. Okay. The mic looks like it's set at about 60% gain. So 60% gain there. And negative 3.6 decibels. Yeah, I probably should write that down. That's a good idea actually, because I will forget. Hey, have a good night, audio. I didn't even know if you're still here or not. We're just sitting there bullshitting, but I appreciate you coming by. If you're interested in coins, man, I've got another coin channel and I'll start streaming on. This is just like a setup test run. If you are, search for coin roll hunting dash CRH OBW, or is it OBW CRH? I forget. I'm gonna link it in this video though once I end it. Okay. 60% gain. Negative 3.6 decibels. I think that's the main two settings. I think I might need to buy a couple more of these little tube lights or something. Let me try something here. I'll put this light closer. See if that made it better. Get more light helps. Okay, move those out of the way. Yeah, let's take this out of the way. I don't know. Once I get just the right angle, I can't really tell that's any better. And this is starting to lose its brightness. It's been running for a couple hours. Yeah, I don't think that light's any better. Yeah, my lighting definitely needs some work. I could probably adjust these articulating arms. Maybe I'll sit here and try this, see if I can figure out something that's a little better. It won't go down no more. Oh yeah, there we go. Now to go down like that. I think this might actually be better when I get done. Let's see. Maybe not. Oh! Yep, I just screwed it up. Yeah, I don't think that's looking any better. Yeah, I think I need to try to go back and try to get it working through VLC, because you can actually set the frame rate, set the resolution. With OBS, all I can do is just grab whatever it says the scope's defaults are, or whatever it's spitting out, which it seems to be a good frame rate. I mean, it's not like dropping a lot of frames like a lot of other people's scopes I've seen. Just wish I could adjust the brightness, like I had an ISO setting or something. That would be awesome. Yeah, that's definitely not better. It's too down on the coin. That's what's nice about these articulating arms. I can put them wherever I want. Might be good for me to have a third or a fourth. I don't know how I'd get any more around the scope though. I didn't even have that bad shadow before. That needs to go up some. I killed the focus, but let's see. Nah, that ain't no better either. Of course, I'm way out. Most of the time I'm going to be using this. It's going to be a lot closer. Yeah, it's still got that shadow. Oh, it's getting that one. Right in front of his nose looks really dark right there. I don't know why. Might just be the planchet. A different penny. I'll just damage one. No, it's got the same thing. I don't know. And the batteries on all these lights are probably starting to wear out. These two tube lights I can plug in. I think they will run while they're plugged in, but my other one that goes on my camera, I've got on the little tripod, it only runs on batteries. So I'm looking to buy some lights like we was looking at on, what was it, on Amazon. It's just like the other square one, that Lux light. Trying to find some lights like that that will run off of, AC, and you can plug them in. Oh, that light just died. Okay, well, I figured that was coming. Yep, I just lost a light. No, I mean, the scope has a light, but it's just so harsh. It does get rid of that shadow, but it gives it an awfully blue cast. Maybe I use a combination of both. Well, I zoomed in though. Yeah, a lot of times with macro photography, a lot of people use ring lights because if you're getting really close to the subject, your lens is blocking a lot of light from getting onto the subject. But if you have a ring light, which is around the perimeter of your lens, you're lighting it from right there where the lens is. You definitely want to get one that's good and diffused though. Like these LED lights that's on this scope I got turned on. If I turn this all the way up, you see how harsh it is. I mean, actually, it got better. That's without. Well, maybe I should just start using both. And the camera or the USB scope adjusts itself depending on the light. Actually, that looks pretty good, I think. What do you think? No shadows anyway. At least not. Well, you can see too. Little hot spots and dark spots. That's from the lights on the end of the scope. If I pull it out, you can actually see each individual light. At least I think you can. You can see that circular bright spot in the middle. That's from the lights on the end of the scope. You know, zoomed out, it's probably not good or better. But zoomed in, it definitely looks better. I feel like it gives it that blue look. Definitely a cool white LED. Yeah, doing stuff like this, lighting is very important. I thought I had my lighting better than I do actually. It's not bad, but I was really hoping it'd be better. If that ear was doubled though, you'd definitely be able to see like the earlobe part. It'd be not straight below, but it'd be kind of more like 7 o'clock. Yeah, and money. I almost started to buy a couple more of them tube lights, but I thought, well, we'll hold off and see. I need to get my junk room cleaned up, and maybe I can pile everything up in one side. I got an extra kitchen table. Put my old kitchen table in there, which is going to be my work table for soldering and stuff in there. Switch the tables out. Maybe I can make a studio in there. At least for the coin streams. For the gaming streaming, as long as I'm using my big screen, it's got to be in here. So I'm not moving my big screen into the spare bedroom. But the game streaming is a lot easier to set up than the coin streams. It don't take near as much. Unless I start using a webcam and a green screen, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's going on 2.5 hours. I'm gonna end this. I want to put a better coin, because a lot of times your thumbnail ends up being like the first beginning or the end of the stream. God, there's a cat here. It's the bigger bedroom in this house. It's not that it's not a big enough area. It's like I got a lot of junk in there. If I can get stuff put away, I prefer in totes, but maybe boxes. Get it all stacked up behind what would be in front of me, so it's not behind the camera. I probably could. It just took me a lot of work. I don't know if I can make enough room, no. And there's probably a lot of junk I need to get rid of, I'm sure. The perils of being a pack rat. So I want to see how this looks. Way zoomed in. I might be in too much, I think I am. Okay, bring it up a little bit. Add some zoom there. It's hard to move that coin so little bit. Yeah, it's a good test stream. Anything you think I should do different? I can make better besides the lighting, which I know my lighting needs some work. But beyond the lighting, anything you can think of before I end this? Pointer. I need a better pointer than a paper clip. That 8 looks a lot fatter on that right side than it does left. The bottom of the 8. I should look up. I might look up see if there's any double dyes on that. I don't think there is. Yeah, too much. I'm not sure what you mean, too much. Asking if there's anything I could do better. Too much to talk about? That's not good if that's what you mean. But yeah, we can talk and kick. Yeah, it's 2.5 hours. I'm going to end this, but anybody's watching this later, you're crazy. It's 2.5 hours. It's a test thing. Look in the description, there will be a link to my coin channel, and I'll probably pin it in a comment as well. And if you're one of my coin subscribers, I'd appreciate if you subscribe to that channel, because that's where I plan on having my coin roll hunting streams. Everything else was good. Maybe a background picture to cover the black. Too much was for the zoom. Well, this is on the scope. It's zoomed all the way in. Or I can't make the scope take up the full size of the 1080 window because they're different aspect ratios, but I think I know what you're saying. I need to do some text overlays. Yeah, I thought about that. I meant to have that done before. I got a good close-up picture of that 95 double die, the Liberty doubled. Maybe put something like that up along the side. I don't know, it had to be vertical. Yep, like, subscribe, ding the bell, preferably on my coin channel. Thank you, have a good day. Thanks for hanging out, country, appreciate it. And I'm going to end this stream, bye bye.